This is one that kind of almost made it onto my list, but when you're talking seasonal movies like this, there's so many coming out in the fall. Appropriately enough, Anatomy of a Fall coming out in the fall. Tell me about this film.
I was going to be really mad if you didn't make that joke. I was like, you have to. Oh, man. So this is actually a trailer I saw in the theaters. Watched it. It came out in theaters like a while ago. I think this movie got pushed. I think it was supposed to come out earlier, but I think it got pushed to avoid this crazy summer bloat that we had. And then I saw the trailer recently again last week, and I was like, this looks like it's down my alley. Another movie that's kind of like The Marsh King's Daughter in terms of feel, not the same subject matter. This wife who they're accusing of killing her husband, who was pushed off like a 3-story building and murdered. And they're using infidelity and trying to, it feels like they're trying to frame her, but there's also a feel of like, maybe she did it. I like films like that. It's a little Lifetimey, but it feels like it's going to be done in a professional manner that will feel a little deeper than a Lifetime film.
Hopefully, at least. If it got the budget for not being shot on video and actually having good cinematography and a decent cast. I have not heard of any of these people in the cast. Even just the log line of the woman suspected of murder and her blind son is the only witness.
Such a Lifetime thing.
Yeah. But
I think it's one of those things where they feel like this is the only way to advertise it. There's a lot of movies like that where like the quality of the film is not great in the advertising because they don't want to reveal what it's actually about.
The idea of a blind eyewitness is sort of funny, but then again, you know what? Daredevil's actually pretty good. Completely different type of film. Have you seen any of these actors in anything else before? Because I'm struggling to recognize any of the actors that were.
That was one of the things that I was like watching the trailer. I was like, do I want to put this on my list? Like, I don't know the actors. I don't know the directors. Well, I just was so intrigued by the premise. And then I saw that it already has like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. But it's just a little bit more reassuring that maybe it's good, you know?
And are you much of an indie film watcher? Like, I love indie movies and like, especially this August. This August has been one where we haven't gotten a lot of big superhero movies coming out, but we did get a lot of indie movies. So are you an indie movie watcher?
Yeah, my favorite production company is A24. And that they got me into like Neon, Focus Features, and a bunch of the indie stuff. They opened my mind to watching more weirder, more slower paced films, more character studies and stuff like that. That's why I love something like The Joker, because it's not an indie film, but it has the indie feel, but it has the big budget and everything like that. I think Gone Girl made it maybe the movie that really opened me up to that, because it's not an indie film. It's Ben Affleck film. So obviously it's not indie, but it has that feel. It just has high production values, and it just hit me in a way I was like, whoa, this is very different from everything that's coming out. It's slower paced, takes its time, and then it got the ball. That's one of the things that got the ball rolling. So I love independent films. Some of my favorite movie of the year right now, well, not my favorite movie, my second favorite movie of the year right now is Beau is Afraid.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. And that's super indie.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. But yeah, Beau is Afraid. Oh man, I went off on Beau is Afraid. I love the whole cast and I love the director, but that mommy issues, really, the entire 3 hours mommy issues.
This is Ari Aster working out his mommy issues.
Yeah, he really does. He has some issues. There's definitely a show in there somewhere. There's a podcast at the very least that Ari Aster and his mommy issues.
Yeah,
coming to Dragon Movie Guy Fall 2023.